Hey guys, Mount Vernon Kid here, back again. Welcome back to the Opinion Spot. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well, as always. Uh, Even with my limited data use, kind of guys, like I said before, my computer's down. I'm getting it fixed, so I'm actually borrowing um, my brother's computer to do this. But anyway, I put this topic ahead of a lot of the topics that was supposed to be coming ahead of for the opinion spot because I thought this was really good and I really wanted to talk about this. And this was requested uh, by none other than the Princess of Geeks, my friend Serena Sampson, uh, and she wanted me to do this topic. She said, I want to hear your opinion on it, give your thoughts as always, make it a part of the, as always, guys, I do take requests for the opinion spot. Um, and she wanted me to talk about this. So, as always, I'm here to talk about it. All right. Over the years, pretty much since the 20th century, we, the, the scenes of Hollywood have always done movies about famous people of history, whether it's here or across the world, you name it. There have been movies about various famous individuals in history where they're called biops. And I've seen plenty of biops. They've been great. Some have been good, some have been great. Sometimes actors and actresses give the performance of their life and they deliver. We've seen Ashton Kutcher and Mr. Michael Fassbender play Steve Jobs. We've seen the likes of, and there's a list. I got a list right here. You probably can't see it, of all the biop movies that have come out and that are coming out. We have, and I'm just going down the list of people. We've had several actors play Babe Ruth. We've had we've had several actors play Jackie Robinson. We had Denzel Washington play Malcolm X. We've had several actors play Dr. Martin Luther King. We've had, coming up soon, we have Viola Davis going to play Harriet Tubman. We have soon in the future, we have Jamie Foxx going to play Mike Tyson. And just recently now, we have next month, we're going to get Race, which is a biop of the famous Jesse Owens. There's another one coming out later on, which is going to star Anthony Mackie. Uh, Several movies about presidents, you name it. I can go on and on about various presidents, entertainers in music, acting, uh, you name it, I can probably tell you. However, with all that, and that's what this topic is all about, why hasn't there ever been a biop movie about one of the famous icons in the comic industry? Why is that? Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Really throw your head around that. Think about that. Serena, thank you for bringing this up because I'm going to talk about it. Let me give my opinion on it, okay? I told you about we've seen various movies of civil rights leaders, presidents, entertainers, in music, acting, you name it, but never in the field of the art form of comics. Why? Does the producers, the executive producers, the big ups, the big suits in Hollywood feel that even though this industry has been rolling in the money for them, especially since the past couple of years with all the movies that have been coming out based on comic franchises that has been rolling for them, do they still look at it as a form of just for kids? I think about that sometimes. No, because why would that be? Because we have soon Johnny Depp is going to play Dr. Seuss in the Dr. Seuss buyout movie. There's a Jim Henson movie coming out. There have been several actors who played Walt Disney. But why not someone in the comic industry? That's one. The other one, I feel that maybe it's because the families are very skeptical about maybe having their history out there in a sense, Um, that was kind of the way a little bit with, you probably can't see it, but I have a picture of one of my favorite music artists who passed away, Aaliyah, right here. Her family was that way, in a sense. Um, and I never saw her buyout movie. It came on Lifetime. I really wish it didn't. Sometimes I really wish. I always feel that buyout movies should be theatrical, no matter what. But that could be another reason why, you know. But honestly, I feel that it's time to showcase what these men, all these individuals who have created icons, have done for the culture. What So it can really be understood to see why people like me have such a strong grasp with the industry in terms of what it's done for me and for my life, what it has done for maybe a brother that you have known or something like that, you know. I've gone on many times and explained why I love comics so much. They kept me out of trouble. They helped me learn to read better. Um, Comics take you to another place, another world, a place where heroes win. They win. There's a happy ending, you know. You forget about a lot of things that maybe something negative that's going on in your life, and you read and you forget about it for a while. That's what comics do. And you thank the people that were those pioneers of it. So why shouldn't there be a buyout movie about these pioneers? Honestly, for me, you know, would you would you mind seeing a buyout movie about, let's just throw a name out there, Will Marston, the man who created Wonder Woman? Wouldn't you want to see how what he went through to create that character? I mean, this is the guy who created the lie detector and then goes on to create one of the greatest female characters ever. Wouldn't you want to see that? Would you want to see how Will Eisner created a character like the Spirit? Or, in my opinion, if they do it, two men that should definitely get a buyout movie. Jack the King Kirby and Stan the Manly. Two men who revolutionized the business, who were two of the most ins, you know where I'm going at with that. These two men took a company which was at the time wasn't even called Marvel yet. They were still Timely, and flipped it, and it became one of the top selling comic companies in the world. Shouldn't we get to see that? I mean, hell, a, a Jack Kirby movie, show his life, show what he came from being grown up very poor in New York City and to going where he is now. Same thing with Stan. Seeing what he did, and he put his whole life into making heroes that gave us a little sense of characters going through, because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? If
I mean, a Jack Kirby movie, I could, I would probably call it
Through the Eyes of a King, something like that. Who would I have play Jack Kirby in a movie? Ah, boy, that's a little tough one there. But fan casting, Robert De Niro. I think Mr. De Niro could probably knock Jack Kirby out of the park. That's just me. As for a Stan Lee movie, I'll just call it Excelsior. As for who could play Stan Lee, that's a little tough one for me. That's a little harder. Maybe with the right makeup, and but as always, I think because I've never seen this guy green in anything he does, I could probably see Gary Oldman playing Stan Lee in the right makeup. Look at what they did with Ezra Elba playing Nelson Mandela, and I seen that, and he was fantastic. But the question, but even with all that being said, why? Think about that for a while, guys, and think about why haven't we seen buyout movies about famous the icons in the comic industry? Think about it, because I think it's about time we do. We get all these comic movies out, but shouldn't we get a story about the people that created these characters? A story about how these comic icons became the icons today. Because to me, Stan and Jack are the first I would do. I would honestly do. Other than that, I would truly, truly, truly think that, as I said, as I've heard Stan say before, if Mr. Kirby was alive this day, he would feel so appreciative of all the characters that he's co-create and how they are still as popular as they were when they first came out. Look at all the movies that have come out. Most of those characters were co-created or created by him and Stan, and it is just unbelievable to see that. So that's why, yeah, that's why I think if they were to do a buyout movie about a comic icons, Stan and Jack should be the first, and then you go from there. And that's just my opinion. But my opinion is, a, I think it's the movie studios and the directors, and they don't have the right content. They don't. They're a little scared. And then, of course, the other one is being the fact that yes, it could be in a point the families, don't really trust if should they put it out there. You know, Jack Kirby has four children, if I remember. They're all still alive, and Stan has a daughter. Seen his daughter, um, and for a guy in his 90s, the man still is kicking and still living. And I've always said, thank God, God has been on his side to keep seeing the characters he co-created. You know, but honestly, think about that for a while, guys. Why haven't we seen that? Why? You know, I think it's time. I think it's right with all the other people in entertainment have gotten movies, buyout movies. Why not comic legends? Something to think about, right? I think so. But other than that, I want to thank Princess of Geeks, Serena. I want to thank you for this. It's very good topic. Something to really think about, guys. And I'm looking forward to hearing you guys what your opinions are. What's your input? As always, you know me. I love input. Lay it on me, baby. Tell me what you think. So I throw that question back out once again to you guys. Haven't we had? Why aren't there buyout movies about comic legends? And other than that, this is Mount Vernon Kid. Peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. This is the opinion spot where your opinion matters. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.